it's quite important for the young people to get to know the origin of wind. And in fact, it happened in Switzerland in 1979. You were not even born then. We had a vote about phasing out nuclear. We already had 3 small nuclear power plants. Betznau 1 that went into operation 69, Betznau 2, 71, and Mühleberg. And then, of course, there was a project to construct more, and the anti-nukes took up this initiative to build more nuclear power. And when we won that by a very, very, very small margin. And then my colleagues approached me because I was studying physics and then did my thesis at the Reactor Research Institute. But you have to do something with women because the women voted to phase out nuclear. And that's how I started. I was invited after Chernobyl in '86 when the European Nuclear Society, ENS, started organizing the PINE conferences to give a talk about women and nuclear energy. And that's in fact how ENS heard about the subject. And then next year in '89, they had a panel of 6 women and 1 man, which was really, for that time, it was quite something. And we had a panel about women and nuclear energy. And that's how WIN was started, because we had Women for Energy in Switzerland. They had Kvinnor Energy in Sweden, Agneta Riesing. And so ENS was very, very helpful in starting women in nuclear. And we had a workshop in Switzerland in 1990. And then we had the invitation from Juhani Santaholma in Finland. I call him the father of WIN because he was the president of the ENS communication committee. And we were discussing how can we enter in a dialogue with women about nuclear science, nuclear energy, about the fears, about economics, and all that. And that's how it was started. In 1992, we founded the organization Women in Nuclear, and in fact, the name came. We were always talking about women and nuclear energy, and then when after a session in Finland, we sat together with a glass of wine and said, "Women and nuclear energy." This abbreviates in WAIN. Then we said, or somebody said, "But we want to win. We want to win the case for nuclear." And that's how Women in Nuclear came about. I mean, in Bariloche, when we were at WIN Argentina organizing the WIN meeting together with the young generation, that was so special to see men and women, all young people, who will really take the torch to the future. And that is the most important, that we have young people standing up for nuclear. Believe in yourself. You can do it. Do the best at the level you're working. And this is the best thing, to step up and believe in yourself, that you can do it. Self-esteem, never give up. Try to communicate that nuclear is so important for the future. So give in all the potential you have to make nuclear successful. I think this is my advice to the young generation.